Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today is a slightly different video to what we used to. But I've kept this one quiet for quite some time. Leading up to the Worlds there was a lot of questions, especially after the Turkish Open, why I wasn't going to Vegas, why I wasn't competing in Belgium, and this video is going to reveal exactly why. So stay tuned, give the video a like, and let's get into the video. Okay, so Turkish Open for me was an interesting competition. There's a lot of positive things to take from the competition. Not only did I win, obviously, the gold medal, but I was quite happy with the way I fought. It was going really well. I started off really fresh, felt ready, felt so good, putting a lot of things into practice. Got to my semi-final and I rolled my ankle pretty bad. My left ankle became like really sore and swollen. I said to my physio, and it's silly looking back on it now because if I'd just taken my ankle this wouldn't have happened. Anyway, you'll find out in a bit. And then I went on to my final against Russia. I think the first minute of the first round I rolled my ankle pretty bad. You can't really see it on this because there's like a guy's head in the way, but I rolled my ankle really bad and I remember feeling really terrible that I've not taped it up, and you know, that injury itself could have been prevented if I just taped it up. But anyway, I remember standing up and it was so painful, but it was my final, so didn't really think much of it. I got a decent lead, and then coming towards the closing sort of minute and a half of the fight, I stepped backwards and lifted my leg up to clash. It doesn't look like quite a heavy impact at all. It looks very light. Unfortunately, her knee, I'll slow it down a bit. Unfortunately, as her knee come down, my leg went up at the same time and we clashed in an awkward position. The minute her knee hit the outside of my leg, I felt like a bruisey feeling. I thought it was just from an impact, you know, when you get a dead leg, it was like exact feeling, until I then stood down and felt a crunch. Now I instantly knew something was not right. So as I stepped down, felt about 4 or 5 crunches. Since then, any sort of pressure through that foot. I was down for quite a while, and I remember the guy came over with like freeze spray. And bless him, he was probably trying his best at the time, but I remember my physio at the time, he was trying to keep me calm, but I knew it wasn't right. So I stood up, tried to put weight on my foot, but literally every time I stepped it was crunching, and that's not an over-exaggeration. It was, if anyone's ever done what I've done before, then obviously you'll understand and appreciate the feeling. But I managed to finish off the fight. I was kind of hopping, and I remember the referee stopping the fight, and I was thinking, like, please don't disqualify me. I really wanted to win that fight so bad. I'd done so well all day. Really didn't want to lose this fight just because of a little injury. I managed to carry on, tried hopping about. I think the adrenaline was kind of keeping me going as well, so I was in so much pain, like a crazy amount of pain. There was about 1:20 left on the clock and I'd nearly gapped, obviously, the girl. So usually in the final you can't gap someone, but the referee was quite concerned about me. Fortunately, I managed to get this kick in and obviously point gap the girl I was against, but and the referee decided to stop the fight. I remember turning to my coach. I was crying in pain. I couldn't walk off the mat. I remember, oh my gosh, this is the worst I've ever felt. I remember just like walking off, being like, please help me, please help me. It's only a little injury to me, but the pain it caused was horrible. I couldn't feel like the outside of my shin. I was getting constant pins and needles. Moving my toe, I remember like doing this with my foot. It was like crunching and like cracking. Yeah, I just remembered it wasn't right. I went off and I went back to the warm area. My physio assessed me and he knew what it was and suggested that I went for an x-ray. You have got to be kidding me. I won though, but off to the hospital for me.
Loz, you there?
Babe,
how are you feeling?
Help me.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, mate.
You look well, you're looking well, mate.
I look sick.
Yeah.
Feeling this is a look.
You look well.
This is a look I'm going to
You suit it. Loz.
About 20 minutes later I was taken off in a taxi to the hospital. First time for everything, I suppose. Well, I got an x-ray. It was an interesting experience to say the least. I'm sick of it.
Enough.
I'm sick of it. Too funny.
Çıkarabilir misin? Bekle, aslında çıksın.
Instagram's gonna be amazing. I got there, had the x-ray, it was very quick, really speedy, and this was the picture that came back. So I broke my leg, and at the time I think I didn't process it. I had Vegas in 2 weeks and then a career training camp, which was like 5 or 6 weeks later, which would be exactly 6 weeks after the injury. I wanted to go Vegas so bad and I wanted to go Korea, but at the time I was like, okay, wow, what do I do now? Can I go to Worlds? What can I do? Because I'd never broken a bone before and this was the first time I did it. So I was seen by 2 doctors that put my leg in a plaster cast Unfortunately, they didn't have any crutches, so I was stuck to the wheelchair until we could get hold of crutches. So frustrating. Anyway, we had the images, I had the plaster cast put on, and then we headed back to the hotel for food. I was stuck in that wheelchair, I couldn't wait there. The hospital unfortunately didn't have crutches. We still had a day left of competition as well. So like having to get back and forth the venue was an absolute nightmare. Anyway, the next day it was the lads' turn to fight. I was stuck in that warm-up area for so long. The venue where we were at, the warm-up area was like separate from the competition venue. It was so annoying. In the morning, my mates took me down to the warm-up area and I stayed in the warm-up area pretty much all day until I had crutches, which ended up being about 6 o'clock that evening. 2 days had passed and it was time to go home, but obviously because my injury was less than 48 hours, I checked the airline guidelines and I couldn't have flown home unless I took the plaster cast off. So I went to the physio's room and we took the plaster cast off, taped it up with loads of tape and just fingers crossed hoped that I could fly home, wrapped it up so it didn't swell up, etc. and then obviously just waited until I got home. The next day they sent me for another x-ray just to check that everything else was okay. Obviously my doctor would have updated results, etc. Pretty clear on setting a plan for the next 5 or 6 weeks or so. Guys, I'm back home. I just finished up my second S&C session. Did like a conditioning / like weight sort of sessions. I did like weights and then conditioning, weights, conditioning, so on and so on. But yeah, I feel really good. I moved on a little bit today again. I managed to walk about completely unaided. Got like a little bit of a waddle, but I think if I walk like slower, I can like correct it. Like as soon as I start speeding up to try and walk, then it just all goes to pot and it's really painful. But I'm just happy that I'm literally off crutches, off tape, off casts, everything, so yeah, it's looking really good. Today was also my first session actually on the bike. It's now like 10 days post break. To be out of a cast, sitting on a bike is beyond what I thought I'd be doing at this point, so I couldn't be more grateful, to be honest. Yeah, we're 2 weeks in, we're on the bike, we're squatting, walking about, just hope that this recovery carries on going forward. Hopefully I'll be back kicking soon, but for now it's just literally in the gym and pushing every day to see what else I can get out of me, so. Wow, first ever bike session, full bike session complete. Good then. Just finished up my first session, picked up all my meals for the week. Bear with. Just finished up my first S&C session. It was conditioning. It's the first time I've done bike conditioning, like just on the bike alone. Hard session, but it was alright. Like I feel really good. My leg sort of gets like painful after sitting on the bike for too long. I suppose a little bit of pain's alright. Because if it keeps getting painful, I suppose, and like it's painful at rest, it's an issue, but gotta push it, I suppose. It's day 14. I'm fully weight bearing without pain. Like 7 days after I was walking, but I was walking like a penguin, like with a limp. And only today, so I'm squinting because it's so sunny. Only today I've been able to walk pain free, which I'm so happy about. I say stupidly, but I was kicking the bag earlier off my right leg because I'm getting like some serious withdrawals from kicking. I'm not even joking. So I was like static kicking on the bag. I was kicking like that on the bag for like 15 minutes. So tired. Like I'm not even joking. It was embarrassing. It felt so nice to be able to just kick something. That's bad, that, innit? It felt nice to just kick. Completely pain free, obviously, because my leg wasn't moving, but it's only been 14 days. Got a broken leg and I'm kicking. Not really the best, is it? It's not really ideal, but I couldn't help myself. There's a plunge bag in the gym. What else do you want me to do? Because it was just sat there tempting. It's like putting cookies in front of a child and going, don't eat it. Never gonna happen, is it? So I'm gonna head back to the house now, and then I've got a second session at 1:30. I'll see you at dinner. Finished up S&C. I've put a meal in the freezer. I've put a meal in the microwave now, and today's my birthday. I'm so excited. It's really sunny as well. Like look, it's really sunny and put me in a good mood. So yeah, just so you know what I'm like talking about over the next couple of videos. I get sent these meals from Bosu Body Bar. Helps me out massively. Convenient, practical. One of my favourites, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, just whacking one of these in the microwave now. That's what I've got, if you can see it. Finally doing lower body S&C. Finally. My second S&C session. It was hard, and this thing is now my new best friend apparently. So conclusion, it burns a lot. Just gonna tidy all this up now and then head through there to go and watch the girls training. Just had a shower and that's me for today. Catch you in a bit. Just finished up training and randomly we've got invited to hospitality at the Man City vs West Ham game. Super excited. We've got our green kits ready to go, waiting for the taxi. Can't wait. See you in a bit. Got like a box after got a box waiting for the game now. Just gonna have some food, yeah, chill out for a bit. You got the best seats? Too easy. Saving it. Finished up conditioning and I'm going straight into kicking. First time I'm kicking in like 3 weeks now, but yeah, I'm kicking way too early. It's only on the wall, so it's fairly restricted kicking. Let's go. Today is 4 weeks post my injury and I feel pretty good. Like, I'm weight bearing okay. I've got a kicking session this afternoon and I feel like I want to push it a little bit. I've been on the wall, quite restricted kicking. Obviously it's a lot better than nothing. It's a lot more than what I planned originally. I feel like today I can push myself a little bit more. Probably go from being on the wall to being completely unaided. We'll see. Got a kicking session in a bit. See you later. Wednesday morning and it's the 13th of March. Today is 4 weeks and 3 days since my injury. I feel okay, I feel really good. I ran yesterday for the first time. It was on an Alter G, so it was like half my body weight. But yeah, I ran for the first time. I felt really good. I added a bit more into my kicking sessions. I'm not being silly with it. Obviously if it starts to hurt then I'm not gonna do it. Just like adding things in here and there, and yeah, it's coming on really well. Tomorrow I've got a meeting to see if I can go to the career training camp. At the minute it's a no, or it's a very unlikely yeah. I'm hoping that if I can push on a bit in kicking then I can persuade my boss to let me go on the career trip and hopefully I'll be able to spar sort of the second week of the trip. Fingers crossed I can go there. Today I've just got kicking and S&C again. I think today's a testing day, so I've got like tests and S&C on the force plates and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting day. Catch you in a bit. Just finished up the Alter G. I did running on 80% today. I went up from 50 on Monday up to 80% today, running at about like 50 odd kilos. But yeah, hopefully towards the start of next week I'll be on 100% running. We'll find out if I can go career. I had a meeting yesterday to see if I could go, but we still haven't decided. We leave on Friday for a 2-week training camp. Next Friday, today is Friday, so it's the next Friday. And I'm gonna be sent for an x-ray again on Monday to see if my bone's healing and to see basically what I can do when I'm out this. I've not kicked for the last 2 days, just running and S&C, but yeah, it feels good. feels alright. Obviously on Monday it'd be the 5-week mark, so we are pushing it in terms of like time scales and stuff, and most people I understand wouldn't even be out of a cast yet. So yeah, the fact that I'm doing all this at 5 weeks is pretty insane. Touch wood, things are going well. Hopefully next week we can make some more progress. That's it for now. I'm gonna get in the shower, head for some food, and then got weights this afternoon, so catch you in a bit. Look at the state of my legs. I'm so pale. I've not even got any quads. Like, come on. I want quads. All this rehab and I still ain't got any. Never mind. One day. Finished up for the day, just finished my last S&C session of the week. Friday afternoon now, so I'm done for the weekend. Gonna come back on Monday. I've got an x-ray over at the MIP the first thing Monday morning. Obviously to see my progression and see what's going on, followed by a meeting to see whether I can go to Korea. Monday's gonna be a busy day, it's gonna be a bit hectic. Got kicking straight after into S&C. Gonna rest up over the weekend and then come back ready for Monday. So. Monday morning and it's x-ray day today. My appointment's at 8:30, it's now like 8:10, so I need to leave. Today's the day I find out if I'm going to Korea. So yeah, I'm gonna head off to that appointment at 8, then I've got training at 9, physio at 10:30, meeting at 12:30, and then training at 2. So got a busy morning, but I think I'll be done fairly early. Catch you in a bit. Well, that was a positive session. Just come out of Alter G and I ran 90% body weight, 95 and then 100% body weight. It's the first time I did a running session at 100% body weight, which means now I can start moving and kicking, like doing actual rounds and kicking pads, but with movement. So good start. I've got kicking at 2 o'clock. Hopefully I can put some of that stuff in. So catch you in a bit. It's a center now, find out my x-ray results, see if I'm going to Korea.
The world has been broke down, the world is just announced. Final time is now, the final time to bow. But I will not get down, for you can't force me now. Awakening is clear, I could show you.